Avoid some common business writing mistakes. Don't capitalise nouns haphazardly. Capitalise the first letter in a sentence as well as the first letters of proper nouns. Proper nouns are official names, such as the names of people, towns, and organisations. Don't capitalise common nouns like plan and company just because they're important to a sentence. Even job titles should normally be lowercase. Only capitalise a job title when you're using it immediately before the person's name so that it forms part of the proper noun, as in, Marketing Manager John Smith said, not, this is the Marketing Manager John Smith. Which words should we capitalise here? I'm going to Belgium to meet the engineers behind the company's new product, Scootolator 2.0. It should look like this. The I in I'm begins the sentence. Belgium is a proper noun as it's the name of a place. Engineers and companies are both common nouns that don't need capital letters. Scootolator 2.0 is the official name of a product, making it a proper noun. No singular nouns from plural nouns. Nouns like business, team, and club are singular, not plural, because they refer to one entity rather than the individuals within it. This means you should use the singular pronoun it and a verb that agrees with it rather than the plural pronoun they. So instead of saying, I like the team because they do excellent work, say, I like the team because it does excellent work. Which are the correct options here? It should sound like this. The school is organising a bake sale as it raises money for a local charity. The pupils are going to bring in homemade cakes. They love getting creative to help people in need. School is singular as it's one entity rather than a number of individuals. This means we use is, it, and raises. Pupils is plural as it isn't a single entity but multiple people. Therefore, we use are, they, and love. Don't say myself when you mean me. Pronouns are words like I, me, you, she, and it. Reflexive pronouns like myself and yourself apply when the subject, which is the one doing something, is the same as the object, which is the one something is being done to. In other words, only use them when someone is doing something to or for themselves. An example is, I made myself lunch. You should make yourself some. Don't use reflexive pronouns like this. I can do that for yourself now. You'll be meeting myself later. While the last example might sound more polite, it doesn't make grammatical sense. No one is doing something to or for themselves, so it should be, I can do that for you now. You'll be meeting me later. Which pronouns should we use here? Here's what it should look like. I'll get you a glass so you can pour yourself some wine. I'll make myself available all weekend, and you will be guided by me during the castle tour. Use I and me correctly. The final tip is also about pronouns. When you're the subject of a sentence, you use the pronoun I, as in I slept like a log. And when you're the object, you say me. The car alarm woke me. If you speak English fluently, you already do this correctly. The confusion begins when you add more subjects or objects into the mix. Many people then use the object me as the subject. Me and the cat slept in the bed. And some think it sounds more formal to use the subject I as the object. The alarm woke my husband and I. There's a really simple way to remember what's correct. Just remove the people or things that aren't you, see whether I or me sounds right on its own, then add the others back in. When we remove the cat and the husband, you can see that me slept in the bed should be I slept in the bed, and the alarm woke I should be the alarm woke me. Which pronouns are correct here? It should be, Jim, Francine and I are travelling to the conference in Ireland tomorrow. Jim will drive Francine and me on the way there, and Francine and I will get the train home. In the first instance, I is correct as it's a subject. In the second, me is the object. In the last, I is the subject again. When we remove the people grouped with me or I, This becomes more obvious. When temporarily removing Jim and Francine to test this out, we change "are travelling" to "am travelling."